Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ari, and today we're going to have some more stories about our toxic life. But before we start, it would be so much appreciated if you would subscribe to my channel, like the video, if you enjoy it, and maybe leave a comment down below. These simple clicks would mean a lot to the future of this channel and really reward the effort that I put in every day. And now without further ado, let's go. Today's first story. In this story, a couple in their 30s attended a Christmas family gathering with close cousins, sharing stories of past events. They discussed a bridal shower from the previous summer, revealing that it had involved strippers. The husband learned of a video showing his wife at the event, raising concerns. After confronting her, the wife explained the raunchy trend in recent family gatherings, leading to the hiring of strippers. The husband discovered his wife's innocence after talking to her sister. Despite relief, the incident exposed a communication gap, requiring the couple to address trust issues and move forward. Now let's get into the story. I'm sorry for the length. First, some background. My wife and I are both 30 with no kids and come from a large family. Both her parents have 6 to 8 siblings. From this, she has many cousins and second cousins. The families have known each other for generations, so are close. The wife is very close. We're 8 women. In the last few years, there have been many marriages, including our own and baby showers, some of which have legendary status. I will explain below. All these gatherings are huge productions and well-attended. Last weekend was a Christmas gathering. The family rented out a venue to fit everyone. This gathering was her mother's side of the family. Eventually, after going around greeting everyone, the close cousins settle in with each other in their SOS. The conversation came around to a bridal shower that happened last summer. Because the family is so big, they had 2 showers. One was hosted by the older parents, aunts and grandma. The other is hosted for the younger relatives. The cousins started reliving the shower with much laughter. The SOS were just sitting there smiling as we watched them enjoying the moment. One of the cousins started to start a story pointing at another, but was hushed. There was an awkward moment with these looks between each other. Now the Sevos are curious, me included. We wanted to hear the story, but the subject was changed and any attempt to bring it up was shut down. I walked away to get some dessert and drinks. As I was hanging out by the bar, another of the SOS came up to me. He asked if I really wanted to know what happened. Of course I said yes. He took me outside. He pulled out his phone and swore me to secrecy. He had snooped on his wife's phone and found a short video of the shower. The young cousins and friends, about 20 to 25 people shower had included strippers dancing bear type. The video shows the guys dancing naked with the women laughing and screaming. The video shows the stripper going down the line in front of each woman, seating on a bench along a wall. The video is shot from the end of the line. In profile is my wife. She is third in line. Just as the stripper moved to the next woman, there was a large roar and the video scanned across the room to the other stripper. Then you hear, "Turn that off." No videos, the video ends at the time. I asked the wife about the shower. She said it was fun, but it was just a shower. She never went into detail. I dropped it at that time. Now with this news months later, I am not sure how to handle it. I can't tell her I saw the video without revealing how I saw it. Update here is an update to my post. The other day, I asked to my wife what went on at the shower. She at first said it was just a shower. I told her I know more than just a shower took place. She looked at me for it seemed like an hour. She took a deep breath and then told me they had strippers. She actually seemed embarrassed. I asked how all that came about. She tells me that at previous showers, some of the games they played and conversations had increasingly become more raunchy. The older women did not like it and tried to shut it down. The younger relatives decided they would hold their own showers and the older relatives could have their more traditional showers. After that, the raunchiness got turned up a notch. Finally, a couple of years ago at a shower, a stripper was brought in. It was the typical dancer that did his act to the screens of the crowd. Then he left. Nothing happened with the crowd. It embarrassed the bride. The cousins and friends were really divided about it. When the cousin that was the ringleader got engaged, there was some payback. The strippers were hired. Knowing the type of show they put on and the participation it would generate, it did the trick. As the bride to be hid in another room during the performance, I asked what kind of participation was there. She said the guys danced really close to some of the women, pulling some up to dance with them. I told her that I didn't have a problem with strippers at the shower, then asked why she didn't tell me unless there was something more to it. She then got quiet. I let the silence hang in the air. She was waiting me out, I think. I then said I saw a video of them. I asked if there was anything else against silence. Then she said some of the girls got carried away. I asked her to go on. After hesitating, she admitted to what was on the video. After more silence, I told her I saw her. At this point, she started crying and said, "I swear I didn't do anything. You have to believe me. Ask my sister." As she cried more and more, I told her I saw her sitting along the wall as the stripper worked his way down the line. She said, "Then you know my sister," and I got up off the bench and got away from him. I told her the video didn't show that and then it cut away. I asked if her sister would confirm what she said. She said to call her. I video called her sister from the wife's phone. She was in shock when I told her why I was calling. The sister verified what the wife had said. So I am believing what happened. I did tell the sister to tell her husband because this is going to get out now. I am dealing with my wife who is mad that I assume she cheated but at the same time ashamed. She never told me. We have some work to do. Today's second story. In this story, Opie recently discovered his wife's infidelity, questioning the paternity of their children. Despite emotional turmoil, he contemplates keeping the affair private for the sake of their kids. Updates reveal devastating news. Possibly none of the 5 children are biologically his. The wife's parents knew of the affair and supported it. He confronts his wife, leading to divorce, ostracism from the church, and public humiliation. He struggles with custody issues and emotional fallout, but finds solace in exposing the truth and maintaining a positive outlook. Now let's get into the story. I, 44, recently found out my wife, 39, who was due in December, has been cheating on me. And now I'm even unsure if they're my kids. I haven't told my wife that I know about her affair, and frankly, I don't want to. I've been with her for so long that I don't know if I can live without her. I don't know how long she and this guy have been meeting up. I hope it's only been a couple of times because that'll be easier to get over. I'm trying to keep myself together for my 14-year-old, but it's hard. Whenever I get a chance by myself, I have a breakdown. I don't get what I did to cause her to do this. I thought I was a good husband, a good father, and a good friend. Turns out I wasn't. I found out about the affair a couple of days ago from my 14-year-old. I've reassured her nothing is wrong, and I'll have me and her mother explain it. I'm thinking about just telling her that me and her mom have an open relationship. To keep this under wraps. It will make it not look like she cheated on me. I've just been going through the motions. My wife is still with her parents. She's barely talking to me. Now I know why. Maybe if I tell her I know about her affair, she'll end it and come back home. We have a good life together. We're good together. I feel like I'm rambling. If this was my brother and I found out his wife cheated on him and he was talking like how I am now, I'd grab him by the collar and set him straight. I've watched films of this stuff, heard about it, and even watched shows where the couple talks about how they get past infidelities. I would think they're so stupid. Just get divorced. I'd never forgive my wife if she cheated on me. But now I'm in the same shoes and sound just like them. From what I have seen so far, it was just emotional and nudes. But my daughter had taken plenty of pictures and I've only seen about 4. So far, there are at least 30 photos. I feel that if I go through the rest of these photos, it'll confirm that she may have been having this affair for a long time. My daughters might not even be my kids. If I go public with this, it won't just turn my world upside down. It'll affect my daughters too. I don't want to hurt them like that. I only eat when my daughters are around me to keep up the facade that everything's fine. But when she's away, I'm throwing up and shaking. This isn't just some high school relationship. This is the woman I've built a life with. I know what I should do, but I don't want to. Over the last few days, I've realized how much my life circles around my wife and kids. If I dig any further into this, I just might break. If you've been married, or in a long-term relationship with kids in a home, then how do you get past this? Do I just quietly confront her and do marriage counseling? Or do I just keep this from her and get her to come back home and act as if I know nothing about this? Update. Found out some devastating news recently. I have 5 kids, but there's a chance 3 of them are not biologically mine. Possibly all 5. Actually, the twins and the one my SDBX Doe is pregnant with. Still waiting on the results. I know she's still involved with the guy who may possibly be their father, and it's a big possibility that he'll want to be in their lives once this divorce is all over. But I love these girls with all my heart. I've been a dad to them for 5 years. They make me smile every time I hear their voices and see their grins. I know I'm a fool for even thinking this, but I really do care for these girls. Once this goes to family court, will I have any chance of getting 50-50 custody of the girls? Final update. I've confronted my wife. She was remorseful, but she doesn't regret it. Turns out the twins aren't mine, and neither is the newborn. Her parents knew about the affair? They discovered it long before I did. They had been helping them by having my wife SBX Doe and her AP meet at their home. Why were her parents helping her instead of being decent people? They didn't want to risk being humiliated. Her parents, basically the entire family, are heavily involved in the church in our town. My 14-year-old and 10-year-old are staying with my brother and SL. I don't have the strength to be able to take care of them right now. They hate their mother and refuse to speak to her. They're both in therapy. I am too. I tried to take the twins so they could be with their sister S, but my wife put up plenty of resistance. She was begging me. I'm positive AP is with her at the moment. I saw his car heading toward my in-laws' house as I left. AP was also married. I've been in contact with his wife, and she says she's filing for divorce. I haven't asked her if AP has tried to work things out, and frankly, I don't care. I always thought my in-laws were stuck up anyways. I'm glad they're all being ostracized. I informed AP's wife about the affair, and she will be filing for divorce. I also informed the church that my wife's family went on what happened. Neil and Phil have been kicked out of the church, and from the looks of the church's social media page, they deleted anything related to them. I'm glad they're being humiliated. The one thing they feared the most is happening. NYL called me crying, wanting me to clear the situation up. What is there to clear up? Phil wanted me to work things out, but I simply asked if it was him in this situation, would he be working things out? He answered with silence before hanging up. My wife has been trying to reach out to me, but I refuse to answer her. I get just a tiny bit happy seeing how frantic she is to contact me. I don't know what she wants, and I don't want to speak to her anytime soon. I know I'll eventually have to. Before I got the results, I was ready to take her to court and get custody of the twins. As for my wife, everyone around town knows what happened. All my coworkers know. And even when I go to the grocery store, people confront me and give me their condolences. I was told that after I informed the church, a lot of members from there want to spread the word around town. I'm honestly just glad that the word is out there to everyone that my wife is a cheater who got pregnant by her AP 3 different times. Sometimes I do get sad whenever I think about what happened, but I try my best to continue to look at the bright side of things. She and her AP have destroyed their lives and reputation.